All right, it says the altitude of Melissa's glider, h sub s, or not h sub s, h of s, in feet is modeled by this function where s is time, in seconds after the launch. And so we have this function here, m of s Okay. So we have M of S, which is Melissa, and R of S is Robbie. So I think they meant M of S, right? Because this function is for Melissa, M for Melissa, and this is R of S for Robbie. So basically, we're going to compare this equation, this model, that's going to tell us the altitude of Melissa's glider, and then the altitude of Robbie's glider is modeled by the function R, where S is time, in seconds after launch. So we're going to compare these two functions. So then it says, which glider reaches the maximum altitude in the first 6 seconds after launch? Well, his glider, his glider goes up. So when they say maximum, they're talking about relative maximum and relative minimums. So this is a relative maximum. And so,
interruption, teachers, would all varsity athletes please report to the cafeteria? Thank you.
So we're going to ignore all this stuff, okay? Because it says the first 6 seconds. So he gets up to about, I don't know, that's like 22, 23. So at about 3 seconds, he gets up to, I would guess, about 22 feet. That's what that means. At 3 seconds, he gets up to about 22 feet. So now what we got to do is just plug this into our calculator and find out how high Melissa gets. We could look at the graph too and find out when it reaches a maximum height. So let's do that. Let's plug this into our calculator. So I'm going to go to here, and we're going to type in 0.4 times the quantity. I'm going to have to use x instead of s, so it's going to be x cubed minus 11x squared. Oops. Delete. There we go. Minus 11x squared. Hit the wrong button again. It's Friday. Plus 31x minus 1. And so we'll graph that bad boy. And I don't think it's going to show up. Oh, it did. Okay, so this is funny. So this is a similar graph, but what we want to know is what is the relative min or max. Actually, we're looking for the max. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my window just a little bit. I'm going to go just a little bit above. So my y max is at 10. I'm just going to change that to 15. I'm going to change y min to -5. And I'm going to change my x values from -2 to, we only need 6 seconds. So I'm going to change this to 8. All right, so now it'll kind of look more like the actual graph. It'll look very similar. So this one reaches the min in 2 seconds, or maximum. So I can actually now with the calculator figure out exactly what that is. I'm going to find the maximum. I'm going to go a little bit to the left of the maximum. Hit enter. I'm going to go a little bit to the right of the maximum. Hit enter, and then it tells me to guess where I think the maximum is. Whoops, what did I do? I lost my calculator thingy. Okay. Go a little bit over, oh, I don't know, maybe a little there. Hit enter. So the maximum is only 10 feet on this one. So let's copy and paste this real quick. So what does this mean? Well, what this means is Melissa her max is only about 10 feet at about 2 seconds. Okay. And we're going to go this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so anything to the right of this, we're going to ignore, just like we did for Robbie, because they want us the first. So Robbie actually got up to 22 feet. So Robbie, was it Robbie? Was that the guy's name? Yeah, Robbie. Oops. Look, reread the question, make sure we have answered it correctly. It says, which glider reaches the greater maximum altitude in the first 6 seconds of after the launch? And Robbie's glider does.